Great. So now it starts fresh. And this is a mentoring session for beginner and novice photographers to help them choose images for the annual show. And now I have to share screen. Oh, there it is, desktop. Oh, Photoshop Elements. Okay, what do you guys see?
A picture, kid, child.
Oh, perfect.
Young boy, yes.
Okay, so that's Photoshop Elements. And this is the first image that we have. Harvey, you want to make any comments?
Sure, I'd love to. Boy is adorable, of course. We all see that. Um, my initial observation was that um, his shirt, especially since it's a busy print, it sort of is lost in the background of the flowers. Flowers are beautiful. The kid is adorable, but I think he's sort of lost. Maybe those flowers could be blurred somewhat so they weren't as prominent. Um, the fact that it's centered doesn't bother me. That's okay. But I just think, as I said, my complaint basically is his shirt against the flowers. Um, Maybe he's a little pale, but cute shot. But again, just the background right against him, I think is a little bit too prominent.
I
Okay.
agree. And there's actually a guided edit for that called Depth of Field. So this is Mindy's image. I can tell you each time whose image it is so that the person, if they
Okay.
forgot what they sent me, this is Mindy's. So you could try using the depth of field. It actually, in a couple of clicks, will isolate out the little boy and allow you to blur the background. When I tried it, the only thing that I didn't like was it blurred it a little in the one that I tried, it blurred it a little bit more than I would have done it. As it's at its 0 point was a little more blurry than I would have done, but that doesn't mean it's not good. You could also choose a different background. And drop in a different background. Also, something that's in the guided edits, really simple to do with the Elements technology. And I think that would make this a much better picture. You could also crop a little off the top if you wanted to, not
Correct.
necessary, but doable. But I love how he has his arms back. It's like he's jumping right out of the picture. And if you cropped it down a little bit, I think he would be a little bit more prominent. So a combination of blurring, softening the background and cropping it would make him jump off the page even more. So I think that might be a good idea. Okay.
There is a facility in Lightroom, if someone's using Lightroom to do just basically to blur the background. It finds the background and it does it in one click, and then you can vary the amount of blur. It's a real nice new tool.
It's a new tool, yeah.
Yes,
Well,
is.
the one in the guided edit, all these people have Photoshop Elements, and the guided edits has one exactly like that. All my comment was its 0 point is a little more blurry than I would like it, but it's also 1 click or 2 clicks. So it's both of them very powerful tools. Yeah, Art, you want to say something?
I know, I agree with the comments that were just made about the black background and the shirt and all, but because of that, I said, well, let's try something different. And that is, why not make the shirt a solid color so the plants in the background still are in, just as an alternative. And I don't know if I'd like it centered. I'd like to move the kid a little more. But
okay, so those are more things to try. And as you said that, another thing that you could try is making the background black and white so that the little boy and his shirt pop right off the screen. And that's also a click. Really easy after you've selected the little boy. Okay, this is also Mindy's. This is for any of you that haven't been yet until May 12th at Mounts Botanical Gardens. These origami style pieces are in the gardens, integrated in the gardens. It's a fabulous exhibit. I went on Wednesday with the Hadassah group, and we had a docent who talked a lot about the artist, which was wonderful, and how he does these. And we learned a lot. And he also unfolds them after he's made them and makes art pieces out of that as well. So yeah, really fabulous. So his name is Box, B-O-X. Okay, Harvey, you want to make a comment about this one?
First, it's the humor. The minute I looked at it, I said, "What is this?" It's really clever. Okay, good shot, pretty clear. Once again, I like the fact that there were two rather than one, and the fact that that covering is only halfway or 2/3 of the way on the first picture. Subject is cute. I think the same thing. The background does take away from it. I know you couldn't help it. Uh, Maybe a different angle, you get less background, but the background is there, of course. Again, it's a little distracting, a little too much in the background. Can't be helped at times. I realize that. If you walk around the image itself, sometimes you see a background that's better, more appropriate, less busy. Cute picture.
Same comments. Also could the whole thing could be turned into black and white, which would eliminate some of the distraction in the background. You could blur the background. You could crop it a little bit more, not too much. You could lose a little bit off the back and a little off the top, but don't lose anything off the front because they're moving in that direction. But whatever you do, Mindy, with this picture, the first thing that I would do is clean up the grass. So very easily using one of the remove tools, you can just go right over these brown leaves. It'll, again, very quick edit. You go over them and they disappear. They become the same as the grass. So I would clean up the stray leaves, and I would clean up this area here. And I'm not sure you'll know how to do that yet, but that's the clone tool, which is right over here. So you click on the clone tool, and then you press on Alt and copy some of the grass onto this other part. And slowly, you can do sample all layers. You can take grass from any place. And for some reason,
Mindy,
not working.
Mindy, do you see what we're talking about? That the background is kind of distracting. Do you see that?
She's not here.
Oh,
We're just recording
okay.
for her.
Okay.
Anyhow, I will teach you how to do that if you don't know how to do that. But for some reason, my clone stamp is not working. But when you do the clone stamp, it will make all of this brown stuff green. So first you do your crop so you don't waste your time fixing stuff that that you're not going to have in the picture. So you crop, and then you do the clone stamp, get rid of all the distracting stuff and this little brown stuff over here by the foot. I would leave this stuff alone because it's just too much to deal with. You might want to get rid of this little sign just because it's not all there and it's not adding any value to your picture. And I really would like to see this in black and white. So that's worth trying. Okay. For some reason, hold on, let me get the photo bin back. I wanted to stay in the same sequence. So the whole first 4 are Mindy's, and we'll just do hers first. Okay, so this is called Ducky Love. Again, a very busy picture. There's a nice shadow hiding in here, but this definitely would be helped by some cropping. I don't know what else you would do. What would you suggest, Harvey?
Busy, much. Go ahead. A little bit more. You're getting rid of some of the busyness, which is good. See what Adrian's trying to do? Get some of that background as much as she can. This is a really a great example of too busy a background, because if you get rid of it all, I like to see this with a solid background if possible. It's definitely taking away from the subject matter. Really is.
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of this grass material is on the body of the bird. See here and all in here. And you'd have to get rid of all that also. And in the end, and after all, you can't see the eye, which is important when you're dealing with an animal. You can't see the beak because they're cleaning, and the way they're cleaning, the beak is actually behind the body. So this is not a picture I would submit for judges. What do you think, Harvey?
Agree 100%. The
Right.
color is beautiful. The color is beautiful, but no,
Yeah.
no. The
And
concept.
Mindy, I know you have lots of other great images, so I don't think that's crushing. But it'd be interesting to have been there and tried this and waited. You have to be very, very, very patient when you're taking pictures like that. So I would have moved myself over here a little bit more if there was space on the boardwalk, and just waited to see what the animal did, or maybe go down low. But I think if you go down low, you'd probably have more of these little things on
It,
the bird's body.
it's critical to move around the picture, your subject matter. You'll get, of course, different views, but the backgrounds might be different. You've got to walk around. You've got to move. Okay.
And get rid of that one. Okay, Harvey.
Okay. I think the bird could be a little sharper. I think you'd cut down on some of the highlights. You may see more detail, especially in the body of the bird. It's not feathery enough as far as I'm concerned. Uh, the the water, the twirling of the lines in the water are interesting, the curves. Uh, I'm looking at the right side versus the left side. Again, in its own way, the right is kind of busy. It's kind of busy. Uh, I like the left better again. If the whole bird were against the left side of the background, the bird would stand out more. But when you look at the right, they're like two different backgrounds completely. I think the bird is kind of lost or because the background is, to me, my opinion, too busy.
My one
Adrian?
comment, my comment is that the head of the shadow, the silhouette is cut and it just doesn't, unless you propped it, I don't know. But I would have preferred having, even if you change the centering of the the bottom one that's just chopped off.
It's there.
Ah,
For
Okay.
some reason, this
Okay.
is not fitting itself to
Okay, thank you.
the screen. So it was there, but that was a really good comment.
But you're right in that sometimes it doesn't matter if you're cutting off a part of your subject. In this case, the head was critical. It was cut off
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
very
Right.
uncomfortable way. So that was a good C on your part. Yeah.
There's also Harvey said something about making it sharper. I'm wondering if this has been over sharpened.
I'm
Look at
talking
this
about
picture.
what about the highlights though?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think this whole image
Oh,
was over sharpened.
it's now that I see it, it's kind of noisy too. Yes.
Yeah. So this is not
Yeah.
a good quality image. And that's one of the things that judges look at. So they look at the overall impact of the image, but they also look at the quality of the image, the clarity, the sharpness. Is it over sharpened? Because you're allowed to use tools like simple tools in the beginning and novice levels, but you have to use them well. And I don't know, this was either cropped out of a bigger image or it was over sharpened.
How do
So,
you feel about the right background? Let's call it right background.
oh, I agree with what you said as far as the left side background being a little here. I'll make it so you can see the whole image. That
But
this is busy.
you could crop the left and right side and have it as a vertical as opposed to horizontal.
Portrait you're talking about, right? Mhm.
No, without losing, yeah, you'll,
Well, I wouldn't crop that close in the front.
sort of eliminates the stuff
Some
on
of
the,
that. But if you look at
Some of it.
like some of it, like the area right here at the end of the beak
Yeah.
has one of those white areas, so
Mhm.
that's not in a really good spot, and the one here behind the head. So basically, I don't think that, again, I wouldn't submit this image for judging.
Agree. Agree.
So okay. Okay, this is Donna's. I don't know what happened here. the whole head of this bird is behind a leaf. So I'm not sure, although I'm sure it was very exciting to get the bird feeding the baby bird, unless you kneeled, or in your case, Donna, since I know that you're taking this picture with a camera, I don't know if you heard me telling other people, but when you need an image that's low down, if you turn the phone upside down so that the camera is at the bottom, when the phone is held vertical, the camera is at the bottom, and you can get pictures that way. And then you're down lower than you can actually go. But this is not a picture that I would submit for something because you've lost the whole subject behind these leaves.
I can see why you took it, okay?
Yeah,
You
for
got what
sure.
you wanted, but it is lost. It is lost. Yeah.
And I'd love to have more of those babies. That must be delicious looking.
Hmm.
Okay, Harvey, what do you want to say about this one?
Well, it's a beautiful sunset. It really is.
It's a
And
sunrise.
Oh,
sunrise.
sunrise. What time was that?
My laptop's
Not-
up. Go ahead.
Yeah, not, yeah, from my window, I face east, so,
Well, I'm holding my laptop upside down. So no, it's beautiful. Sunrise, sunset, doesn't matter. It's beautiful. I mean, there are beautiful sunsets we have here. The colors, the orange, the green, the yellow, just beautiful. I like the fact, believe it or not, that the green, the foliage is darker. I wouldn't want to see it too bright. It would compete with the orange and the yellow. So I think that was a good move. Um, it's kind of tight. Square format is not bad, but I think I'd rather see this more in a landscape to see more room on each side. Overall, what gets me are the colors. You got the right time, right moment, as I said, and colors, beautiful,
And the
beautiful.
reflection.
Yes.
The reflection in the water is gorgeous. Really, really nice. I don't know about brightening it. I wouldn't want to brighten the sky.
No, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I like the fact that I like the contrast between the lower half and the bright upper half. Yeah.
yeah, nice job.
I wonder what it would look like if you lightened the leaves at the very top. In other words, just not the sky, but the leaves to get some color into them and maybe some definition.
It's something to try. One comment that Harvey was making was that he thought it would be even more distracting.
Yeah, I think it's balanced this way I know what you're saying, okay? But I think that there's dark green on top and the bottom, I think balances the picture. And your eyes are drawn into the sky. Very
Right.
nice.
Good point.
My opinion only my opinion.
That's all this is opinions.
Right.
Oh, well, we loved this the first time we saw it.
and I cut it, the comment was it would look better if I cropped it. I had too much of below their waist.
From the bottom you're talking about?
Yeah,
Top from the bottom.
yeah, that was the comment I had last time.
Well, you did. And I think it was a wise move because you're drawn right into the faces and their flowers on the head and the makeup and the colors. For this type of picture, what it is, I think it's fine. The background is somewhat blurred, so you're not staring at that. Subject matter is right in your face. It's good. It's really nice. Color's great.
Yeah.
It's a fun picture.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's definitely one that I would submit for the judging. I think that one. I think the sunset one is a nice one to submit. Very different, showing completely different kinds of photography. But these ladies are adorable.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
God.
That's lovely. This
See,
is Donna's also.
Donna, I like the fact that this is tight, excuse me, because it's a warm, close, loving kind of thing, and that I would not want to see them spread out. You got it. You got the right moment. The looks on their faces, they're looking at something. They're all looking in the same direction. What it is, we don't know. It doesn't matter. doesn't matter. They're adorable. The closeness, the tightness, black and white. I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so do I. Did you use a vignette on this?
Yes.
Okay,
Well, the back is a deck. There was a barbecue. I try to get rid of it as much as possible, but because the original picture had a lot on top.
yeah. My only concern is and again, this is picky. There's a little too much vignette here. If you remember, the picture that, the grandchild picture that
Right.
Doris had,
Mhm.
the same comment was that dark vignette right up against the face of the child was just a little too much. So if you can control the vignette in the software and either make it a little paler or a little just less
Oh.
intense.
Mhm.
It's, it's not doing the same thing in the other areas, but on this left side,
Correct.
it's a little
Mhm.
too much.
Correct.
I'm not, it's not horrible, but if you can do it, that would be great. Otherwise, leave it
Right.
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah. I mean, the tightness is, I really love it. I love
Isn't that great?
the
That's really,
knees,
Yep.
that you could just keep looking at this because they're just so adorable. And you heard me the minute I opened it. I didn't look at any of these beforehand. The minute I opened it, it was a wow factor,
Mhm.
which was really nice. And the judges are going to be looking at these on computer screens. So that's a different thing than when they walk around the art studio. It's a different
Mhm.
way to experience in them. And the first time that they look at this, I think they're going to be, wow,
Adrian, are the judges allowed to blow these pictures up when they
I
look at
don't,
them?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a reason. Okay.
Yeah. There's no warning things like that.
When we judge in the F3C, we're asked not to blow them up, which
Oh,
is,
interesting.
yep.
Oh, another.
Looking. I
Any
don't know what's in the background on the upper right, those few little things. Of course, not necessary. Easy to clean that up, really is. Looking on the right too a little bit. I'm sorry, upper left, my left. It's right, left, both. It's great. It's great.
See what I'm doing? That's
It-
just a spot
Yeah.
healing brush.
See?
It's just,
Easy to
Spot
do.
healing? Okay.
yeah,
The articulation of the head, of course, the hair, the makeup, the outfit, the colors, the lipstick, the glasses. It's
yeah,
everything. It's the swirling kind of pink, yellowish, reddish outfit. Great shot. I would put this in. Great
yeah,
shot.
definitely. I keep looking at it. So cool.
I know. I know.
It was at Lips in Fort Lauderdale,
Say that again. It was
At
what?
lips, at lips.
Okay.
a
Okay.
drag show. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Nice catch.
Yeah, and it's hard there because you're sitting at tables and these ladies are walking around and the lighting is terrible and it just you got it.
I love the term ladies, Adrian.
Yeah.
And the as I said, the articulation of the head leaning down makes it much more interesting than if it would. Nice catch.
Yeah, very good.
Yesterday, because I was kind of
Somebody's talking. Okay.
Mm.
I like what you did with this. Which do you remember what filter this is?
Yeah, it's my phone. I don't know that it has filters.
Yeah, they each have a
Oh.
name when you dial through those filters on the phone.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was at night.
Did you do anything though? Did you use a filter or not?
When I edited it,
Yeah.
yes.
You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just play with it. I'm not sure.
I like it in black and white. The web really stands out, the white web, and there's a spot. The spider's in the middle there, correct? That
Yeah.
white. Okay. Yeah, I like what you did. It's interesting.
It's a great example of how to handle a very busy image when we talked before about those rhinoceroses having all that busy background, and that maybe if it was black and white, it would look different. This is a great example of using the black and white to make it look different.
Adrian's right. It's busy, but it doesn't look that busy. It looks right in the black and white.
Yeah. Because if
But-
you take a picture, you'll see there's another image from someone else of a spider web also. They usually have something behind them, greenery or something.
Right.
And so you have all this webby stuff, and then the greenery, it just makes for a very, very busy scene.
Mhm.
But doing this just really made it look really good.
Can we crop the top right a little bit so the brightness?
Sure, let's see what that does.
Well, not that much.
No, I didn't do that. That's what it
And the top.
automatically did.
I don't know. No, it's missing the spider web then. Okay.
Yeah, so let's just see.
You could
Yeah, you could
clone-
lose a little of it.
Yeah.
And then
You
when you
think
do
that's
that, then the spider
No.
is more in the center, which is not as good, but you have all this at the bottom, which is nice.
Yeah, but you have two spiders there, so that's okay.
Over here, yep. Good job. Another one that I would submit.
Yes.
Nice
you.
job.
I love it.
So this is where we say in the descriptions that you really are not supposed to submit pictures of art,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
can put pictures in of people appreciating art. And that's what you've got here. People appreciating the art.
Where was this taken?
At the Van Gogh exhibit.
Uh-huh.
And you can see from the masks, it was a year or two ago.
What Adrian is, yeah, I see that now. What Adrian is saying is important. Without that person, okay, even the back of her head, it wouldn't be permitted to be any kind of competition. But you made it your own by taking it with her looking or taking a picture.
It's not just her, it's all these people.
Yes, yeah, but I'm looking at her
Yeah.
right now.
Right. Now this
Nice.
has a frame around it. I think we said in the directions, no frames.
No frame?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Just check the submission
Okay.
instructions, and you can just crop it, that little tiny bit to
Yep.
take the frame off.
Okay.
Or maybe you have the original that didn't have a frame, whatever, but I do believe we
Probably, yeah.
said no
The,
frame.
the colors are great. It's a great catch.
Yeah.
Submit that. Absolutely
Yeah.
submit.
I mean, and I like what's going on down here.
Mhm.
There's just the right amount of the exhibit. And then all these people being interested in it is
The composition is
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
nice.
very good, Donna. Okay, these
Okay.
are going to be Lorraine's.
That we saw before.
Yeah. What do you think? I like it. The colors are gorgeous.
It's the
Where's
color.
that from?
Times Square.
Oh,
Oh, you would
right?
never see that in Times Square, Adrian.
oh,
You would never. The colors, of course, the subject matter is kind of different, sort of interesting. You don't see that in Valencia Falls, I don't think so. It's kind of unique. When it comes to colors and interest, it's different. On the left, you have those, I don't know, people sitting, maybe eating or something. I don't know if that's necessary, and maybe the man in the background is necessary, but it is a street scene, so you pick up what you pick up, and different, colorful, different.
I would definitely submit this. It's well handled. They're just everything in it is sharp. And it's a moment in time. The definition of street photography.
Right, right.
So I wouldn't do anything to that. Okay, a good capture, an intact butterfly. There's no like dead
Mhm.
parts on the wings.
The
I don't know.
detail,
Yeah.
the detail in the leaf is nice also.
I don't know what you could do to improve this. I mean, it's
Yeah.
dead, it's pretty much dead center. I don't know if it would be better if it wasn't or not. It's good that all this stuff in the background is blurred out,
Mhm.
so it's not interfering with looking at the butterfly and the leaf. So I think all of that is great. You can actually even see the butterfly's face and the eyes. It's very sharp in a good way. So I think that that's a nice image. I don't know. I mean, I'll try cropping it a little bit, but I don't know that that's going to be better or add anything. It's just going to
There's
see
not
if,
much to do, I don't think.
yeah. I don't know
Um,
if it make it off center a little bit. Is that any
maybe,
better?
maybe.
Or it
Mhm.
makes the leaf too much. I don't know. That's not, I don't think there's a clear yes or no on that.
Mhm.
So Lorraine, that's up to you, whether you feel you want to crop it at all to take away some of the background.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I think what the crop did was took away some of this distracting stuff in here, the blue and it's not terribly distracting. It's a little bit distracting. I don't know. That's a coin toss. Anybody else have an opinion about that?
Yeah, I preferred it cropped. It eliminates the well, I don't know, wasted space.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be a little bit better.
I think it is.
Yeah, you know what happened when I did that? That's a tighter crop than the first one that I did. And all of a sudden the
Yeah.
shadow became more prominent, and which is a good thing. It just made it a little bit more interesting. And some of that excessive green from the leaf is gone. So the
Mhm.
blue is gone, the distraction of that and that
Better.
bigness of the leaf that's uninterrupted is gone. And I think it makes the butterfly a little bit more interesting to
Prominent.
look at.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, I'll go back and you'll see. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Definite improvement.
Yes.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it takes away this part where there's this little shadow. It takes away this white part, which is not adding anything. So I would definitely do that. I think it makes it,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute is that? I like,
There's something about children and dogs and
Yeah.
puppies.
In this case, I think I would like to see the top of his head. We know it's there. Okay, there's something called the rule or law of continuation that his head is there, the top. But for some reason, I would like to see the top of his head. It's a little flat. It's again, you said dogs or puppies and children can't go wrong. The way the child is looking at the dog and vice versa is really adorable. How do you
Yeah.
feel about the head, Adrian? Does that bother you at all?
My only concern is that if all of the head was in, because the angle this was shot at, the head would look really large.
Well, it does anyway.
Yeah, but it
Compared
would
to-
look even larger and more prominent. So I think maybe it's sort of a good idea that it's not all there. It brings you more to the face of the animal and to this area right here, like your eyes just go right
Mhm,
into
mhm.
this. Because it's blonde hair, and if you imagine the continuation would go up here, and then you'd need a little bit more room because there'd need to be some space. So it would be up here, and all this area would be more prominent, again, because of the angle. So I sort of like this. And maybe it was an accident, but I sort of like it. I just, so sweet.
The way they're
The
looking at
eyes. Yeah, the
the
eyes.
way they're looking at each other, absolutely.
There's even a catch light in the dog's eye, which is amazing. Just makes it look so alive.
Mhm.
Can you edit out the sidewalk line and the leash?
Right here, you're talking about?
And the sidewalk line below and blend it. So it's.
You're
there's
talking
no-
about Art, you're talking about this line here?
Yes, that and the actual leash, both, just to remove them.
Yeah, the leash. You could take out this way.
How do you, I don't know how to do it. What did you do?
Okay. So see this Band-Aid over here on the side?
Yeah,
You just click on the Band-Aid. It's called a healing brush. And down here it says size. So that's just the brush size. So you can make that little teeny or a little bit bigger. It just makes it happen faster. And then you just take the cursor and just see the black line I'm creating?
yeah.
I'm going right over the leash. And then when I let go of the mouse, it goes away. It's like magic. And then I think this is part of the person's hand. So if I
Mhm.
if I got rid of the leash, I would do the same squishly stuff. This is like all, you don't have to be real detailed. You see what I did? I just rubbed the mouse circle over the hand and the hand is gone.
Yeah.
Now,
There's not too much you can do on this picture.
right, let me do this and see what Art was saying. Same thing, gone. Okay, and then right here, I'm just smushing
Good suggestion.
over the,
It was
the
too
black-
prominent.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's distracting, so it just
Mhm.
takes it away.
Distracting and not balanced in the right
See?
direction. Oh,
There you
so,
go.
yeah, that's what, thank you.
Good call.
Just make sure you
Right.
get all the little bits. So you
Save
don't
that
want
one.
like, see that, Lorraine, can you see
Hello.
that little dark
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, so just don't leave little bits because the judge will go right to that. So you can make that area a little larger. Okay, and then just go back in. And I'm gonna make the brush a little smaller because I made the area larger. And I'm just gonna go right here. Done. Okay, I could fuss with this a little bit more. You just
There you go.
don't want to leave just, there you go. And then when you make it smaller again,
What a difference. Thank you.
yeah, huge, great suggestion. Great suggestion. I mean, you can leave the collar on and the little tag, that's fine, but get rid of the leash. Also, now this is a little, there's also this black spot up here,
Mhm, mhm.
which you could try, but his hair is right over it. So
Um,
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I'll try it and we'll see what happens.
Very small brush, very small.
Yeah, even just to
Yeah.
lighten it up. It was just pulling my eye. Here's another one.
now you can't just forward that to me, right?
No,
That's cheating. That's cheating.
you'll amaze yourself how easy that is to do.
It's not,
Just
yeah.
really, really easy.
What about those poles or those above him? The
Yeah, if you
vertical-
want to get
yeah.
greedy,
Yeah, you can go
all
on
the,
and
all the little distracting bits.
right. I would.
And it knows what to fill it in with, whether it's the street or the grass, it just knows. So you
Yeah.
can get rid of all these little bits that are, and it'll just turn it all.
And
into
once
scratch.
you do that, you don't have to save it. It saves itself.
Yes, you save it. Just save it.
How do you save it?
Same as a Word document, file, save as. Hold on.
You
Oops.
could send it to her, so she doesn't have to do it all.
Go
Yeah.
ahead,
So
Amy.
you just do save as and see at the bottom, it says save. You
Yeah,
just
call
hit
it.
save. And it's going to replace the old one. I should have made a duplicate first, so you don't mess it up. But you want to save it as the largest file. And just, okay. That's it. It's saved. But see how much better?
Cute image.
Really, it really is cute. Thank you, Art. That was a great suggestion. It made a huge, huge difference.
It did. It did.
Well,
Hmm.
I have a good eye for certain things.
Yeah,
so.
for that kind of stuff. It's really good. And what's interesting to me is that with all that distraction gone, I see that his other hand is here. I didn't even notice that before.
Yeah.
So it just brings your attention to the stuff that's important.
Magnify it so I can see the dog's eye, if it's in focus. Enlarge it, I meant. Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that look of the boy. Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing. Okay. Good job.
Maybe I should leave the whole body out.
No.
Hmm.
Okay. Comments?
Pretty flower.
The blue is distracting.
Yeah, here.
The detail on the flower is really interesting. I've been staring at that. I don't love the blue. I don't
Yeah.
love the
So here's another one. Okay, stop. My phone only rings twice, so that's good. Okay, so you can go into the guided edits and change the background, and you could make this whole background black and white, and that would eliminate the distraction of it. And it literally is 2 clicks. Do yourself a favor and try some of these things. So you go up on the top here, you click guided, and then there's all these different options. So you have to look and see, like this is the one that makes the background blurry. See this one, it's called depth of field, but there's one that says, right, Orton effect. Here, replace the background. So see if that one lets you just change it to black and white as opposed to replacing it completely, or there might be one here that just lets you change the background to black and white. Let's try fun edits. Will I do it? No, I don't
Oh,
want
it
that.
says black and white right there.
Where? Painterly, out of bounds, old fashioned.
Where's black and white?
On top.
Oh no, that's all black and white. I don't know
Oh,
if it
no,
does that.
no, right.
Oh,
right.
here, maybe this. Here, black and white color pop. That's what you want. Highlight a single color in your photo to make it pop. So see what they did? It was a busy picture with lots of this person with all the yellow and all the stuff in the background, and it changes it so the background's black and white. Try that, see if that'll work. Whoops. Okay. So that's maybe, yeah, maybe you'd want red and yellow. So I don't know if it lets you do that. How do you get back? Oh, hey, wait, cancel. Black and white, convert most of your photo to black and white while keeping color in the area you'd like to highlight. Okay, so black and white, click on the black and white selection brush below and start brushing on a black and white effect. Optional, if needed, use the black and white detail brush to very precisely paint on and off. Okay, so what you would have to do is click on this. See, it says add. And I'm going to make the brush a little bit bigger.
I don't even see where you are. Where?
Okay, see on the right side? Here, let me make it. I don't know what kind of screen you're on. Can you see it now?
Oh, no, I have all these pictures here. Wait. Okay.
Here, let me cancel it and go back so you see what I was. So it's guided edits, black and white, and it's called black and white selection.
Okay.
And so you just click on that. It opens your picture in that. And then I clicked on black and white selection brush. And all of this is all going to become black and white. See how easy it is? And then you'll see I'll correct it. I'm coloring the whole background black and white, but there's a couple of places where it picked up red stuff that I didn't want. So then I go down to black and white detail brush. And I'm going to bring that, it should let you bring it back.
But isn't this black and white background just as busy and distracting as the other.
Well,
I agree. I
you
agree.
can make it, you could do that depth, you can do two things to these things. So if I see what I'm doing though, I'm bringing back the red. Because I don't want to take anything away from the flower itself.
Can you blur that background?
Right,
so
and
that-
so then you go back. Oh, I'll show you what happens. All right, so let's say make believe I went in, I corrected all these places where the flower was gone. It was just a few places. I think that's it. Oh, wait, here's one. Okay. All right, so now the background's black and white. I think this one's also, this is a leaf. I think that's part of the flower. We'll see. Okay, just for the argument now. Okay. All right, so then I click next. And I'm going to do save. Okay, so now I'm going back. I'm done. And I'm going back to basics. No, it's actually color. No, basics. And I'm looking for depth of field. So if anyone sees it before I do, maybe it's special edits. Ah, here we go. Depth of field. Okay. So it says simple, add depth in a single space, add depth manually by defining the object in focus. All right, I'm going to do that one. I do click on this tool and I'm going to go all around the flower, the outside. So again, I'm doing the whole outside. I'm using the button below to create depth. Actually, I think I was supposed to do the inside. Let me go back. Cancel.
Sorry, I'm not going to submit that.
Okay, but I just want to show you. I'll do a portion of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just doing this portion over here. And I want to add blur.
No.
Oh, see what it did? It's the opposite.
Right.
My bad. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, so I'm doing custom, and what I have to harness is the flower. Because I see where it says this chess piece, it's actually showing you. So I'm just gonna harness the flower. I'm not fussing with it. Because I don't want it to make the flower blurry. So all those little marching ants are just around the flower. Okay. And there's a mistake right over here. So I'm just gonna, I just did subtract to get back to what I was looking for. I'm just looking around the whole edge to make sure I got everything. But see down here, I don't know if you can see that. The marching ants went all the way to the edge. So I have to subtract the marching ants from
How
there.
did you get a subtract tool?
Right next to the add tool. Right here. Right over here. It says add. That was the first thing I did.
Okay.
And then I went back and I subtracted. Okay, so now I'm going to add blur. See what it did to the background? You could like completely blur out the background.
That flower needs a solid background.
Yeah.
The
And
flower
also the flower would also need a lot more work. It needs
Yes.
contrast. It needs a little bit more brightness and stuff like that. But
Right.
that just shows you that you can do this stuff really, really simply.
the flower is busy enough that it needs nothing to distract basically from the flower itself. There's a lot going on in the flower.
So remember when Anne told us in one of the lectures about collecting backgrounds so that you could drop them in? So I've been starting to do that. I went to the museum the other day and all I had was my phone and there was a sculpture on a pillar. And the pillar was wood grain with cracks and little pieces of wood sticking out. And I took pictures of that to be able to use it in the future as like a background that would sort of look like a fence or a wall or something like that. So I'm starting to collect those. But you'd need to use some kind of a textured background, like a wall, a concrete wall or something, to be in the back
Mhm.
here, not just color, is my point. It's that wouldn't be good if you just made the background just black without having some kind of little
Mhm.
bit of texture in it. But
Mhm.
anyhow, that's just fun.
Okay.
Okay, so now where are we? How do I get, oh, let me go back to where I belonged. Oh, so that's how it looks like small. Okay. Don't save it. Okay, this is called Sky Before the Storm. This is also Lorraine's. Harvey, you want to make a comment?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. There are so many beautiful skies in Florida that are, I would say, more dynamic. Okay, of course, the orange and the blues are very nice. If you wanted it soft, then you got what you wanted. It is a soft, uh, pretty sunset or sunrise. Um, I'd like to see it, I think, a little more dynamic. Again, the sunsets are so strong in color here that I think another sunset might have been nice. I like that's better.
That's
That's
called
better.
haze removal. One
Oh,
click.
terrific.
Okay.
What did you do?
I'm going to do it again. So I go into advanced. That's where the filters and all that stuff
Mhm.
are. And at the top, it says, you can't see that, but it says enhance. And that's where the tools for making it brighter and darker and all that is. But instead of trying any of those, I clicked on enhance and it comes up and it says either auto haze removal or haze removal. So here's auto haze removal. Look what that did. Talk about dynamic.
Mhm.
Okay. There's moisture in the air. And if there's a lot of moisture in the air, like this was before a storm, so there probably was, it creates a haze that makes your picture sort of grayish.
Mhm.
And just clicking on that one click changes it radically.
It
So
gave a
I
dimension.
use it a lot.
It gave a dimension also. It's not all flat.
Right.
Right.
Look at the backlighting in here, which I didn't even see before.
Mhm.
You know, that the light is behind the cloud and making this dark storm cloud look even darker. And that's just one click. So just everybody should remember that the haze removal is a very, very powerful tool.
And a simple thing is to get rid of the uh on the very bottom, whatever's sticking up there, those two things. Yeah.
It's like a mast of some kind
I know, but
or a tower. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary.
There's also a palm tree down here.
Again, not necessary.
Okay, but I think it's a beautiful
Nice.
picture.
Yep. It is now it is.
So I'm going to go back to the original so you see the difference. You see the haze now that you're looking at
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
You're
It's
you're
got,
dehazing.
Yeah.
Dehazing.
so enhance, auto haze removal. And there's your picture. Okay. Next.
Maybe a drop too saturated. Maybe.
Well, if you want to play with something like that, then if you don't go to auto haze removal, I'll show you something. If you
What
go
is
to
it?
enhance and then it just says haze
Okay.
removal down lower,
Mhm.
you can actually adjust, see where it says sensitivity
Yep.
and
Yep.
haze reduction. So you can adjust how much haze reduction you do.
Gotcha.
So
Mhm.
if you thought it was just a little too much, you just go back off on it a little bit. And you could just play with those tools.
Okay.
And then, oh, this is interesting. There's your before. And there's your after.
Big
Just by
difference.
clicking that little button.
So, let's say I, submit this in its most dramatic way.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really of any interest, in terms of pictures that are submitted?
What do you mean,
Why
Lorraine?
not?
What do you mean?
I mean, is it sort of trite because, like you said, there are so many beautiful skies in Florida, maybe?
No. You're just improving upon it. That's all you're doing. You're not putting another sky in? It's not
No,
sky.
no, that's not what she's asking. She is
Okay.
asking, like, we had the little boy with the dog, and that was a very interesting picture. This is
Right.
just,
Is
a
this so
is
interesting?
it
is what-
just a sky? I love it. I love what's happening here with the dark, stormy.
Mhm.
So I think it's worth it. But if you want to be fussy about it, if you're going to submit it, then what they said about trying
Right,
using that
right.
same erasing, that same little Band-Aid tool
Mhm.
Yeah.
to erase this, whatever
Right.
that is, and the tree. And there's a little black thing right over here on the edge that I would reduce. But otherwise, whatever this is in the background, if it's a land mass or whatever, that will
That's
become a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But these clouds are like roaring in, and there's so
Yeah.
many colors, and I think it's definitely worth it.
Colors are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
But see, Adrian, okay, it doesn't matter. It's all right.
All right. This is the other spider thing that I was
Right.
telling you about. You see the difference between this and what Donna did with her
Yeah.
spider.
Right.
So you can try doing that, making it black and white. You can do it in one of these quick or guided edits. I'm in advance, so I'll just do it here and I'll show you. Just color. Just do remove saturation, remove color. There's black and white. And you could brighten it a little bit.
Keep going. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then you might want to crop off that top. Let's make it a square. I'm going to take off a little bit at the bottom too, because it's a little noisy down, a little messy down there.
Personally, I don't think the spider web is obvious enough.
It's
I
not,
think
yeah.
It blends too much into the background. You could almost look at this fast and say, there's no spider web there. That's, again, my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's not important enough, even though
Exactly.
it's a lot better in black and white.
Important is the good word, right?
It's too delicate.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oops. Just wanted to zero in on one little part of it and see if it does anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, still too
Yeah.
delicate.
No, right, right.
Yeah. Especially compared to those other really good pictures that,
Yeah,
that
I
you
would,
showed us.
I would not submit this one.
Yeah.
I would not.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. What is it? Bee's nest?
You read my mind. What is it?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
this
a
is
what?
Nancy. It's bees.
Oh, wow.
Ugh, yuck, creepy, yuck.
I wanted to show them when we had the red hats, the bees. and I had a
Oh my
lady-
God.
Yeah, this was in Boca.
Oh, my God.
What are they on? Do you
A
know?
tree. It's a tree.
No, I know it's a tree, but this portion of the tree is like some kind of it looks like a drape or some kind of
I
thing
think
that,
it's all the nest. I think it's the nest. I have no.
No.
I didn't get that close, Adrian.
right? Yeah, good for you.
What's?
Take it out as the hives.
Oh, Steve said it's the hive.
Okay.
He was with me.
The hide. I don't know. I'm looking at this, and what Adrian said, I'm saying, what is it? What is it?
It's just very, very busy. I tried cropping it to see if that would,
Now, you don't have to know what it is necessarily to like it, all right? But it's confusing. It's confusing.
Okay.
I wonder what it would look like in black and white.
Oh, you're big on black and white, Adrian. Wow.
Yeah.
I love black and white.
Well,
so
it's cool, and if it's
I like, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
No.
not yeah, nothing.
No,
yeah.
no.
Okay, let's look at the next one. Oh, that's
Hmm.
cute.
It's my
Mhm.
grandcat.
Your grandcat.
Wait, we had to get paid, we have to get an okay to babies the grandcat next month.
You see, here, I like the background. You could say it's a busy background. It is not simple, not solid, but the cat is dark and solid. The eyes are screaming at you. And I think with a dark background, of course, it would be lost. The cat would be lost. I think it's interesting. I like the fact that the cat is off center. The ears are sticking up. The eyes are glaring at you. It looks like a tub. What is the cat in?
Actually, it goes on the window and the cat.
Oh,
It's on the window.
oh. Where's the background? I'm just curious. Where was
It's
it?
the yard.
Oh,
That's the
great.
yard.
It almost
Adrian,
look. I want to
what do
try
you-
to crop off the bottom.
Yeah,
okay.
just right, I'm pointing like you can see where I'm pointing to. but I'm gonna-
It's a little less distracting.
How do you feel about the background, Adrian?
I
The way
like
I-
the back. You
Uh,
know, I'd like to make the cat just a little bit brighter,
But
but
a little
you'd
light,
have to
yeah.
know how to select it.
Right.
Because you don't want to make the background any brighter.
No, correct.
So I don't know how gutsy you are, Nancy, but I would see what I did. I went over here to the magic wand and I
Mhm.
just selected the cat. Now whatever I do is just going to affect the cat. Let's try. Let me see what this does. Oh, it made her darker. Let's do lighting.
The
Well, look what
eyes
it's
and-
doing to the
Yeah,
eyes.
I
The
love
eyes.
the eyes. So
The
you're gonna come
eyes.
over, Adrian, I only live around the corner.
I'm also going to try something else. So I'm going to keep this. So what I do is I deselect that area. And now I want to try to do something to the background. Watch this. So I'm going to select the background.
Adrian, I'm gonna have to leave, so.
Okay, no
okay,
problem.
Thank you. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Okay,
Thank
so see
you.
how I selected the background?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do that haze removal thing. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, select, deselect. There's your picture. I made that area richer. I could have made this part lighter also when I made the cat a little lighter, but I just didn't think of that. But yes, look at the eyes, look at the ears now. And then the blue is more blue. Of
But
course,
Is
you
it
think about removing that advertisement logo or brand on that.
yeah, you could definitely remove that.
That's easy.
Yeah. And you could even crop a little more off the bottom because I still have windowsill there.
What about the halo around the cat's face?
Oh, right over here you're talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, hold on for a second.
The eyes and the ears are great.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened because
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't. Yeah,
I know. It's all around the cat, basically.
yeah.
Left and right, yeah.
Well, one of the things that I do when I do those selections is
Mhm.
when I save it, I feather the edges. So that might have helped.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to try to do this with me, Nancy, I'm happy to help you do this.
I'll give you a call when I get back from Mickey.
Okay.
Nancy, she charges, so be careful.
Okay, I want to show you how it was, but I'm going to lose all this, but just keep this in your eyeballs. Okay. That was the original.
That's not the original.
Here's the original. Yeah. You have to keep going back.
Look how much darker the cat is now. Yeah.
That's your original.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would definitely crop the bottom anyway. That I
Yeah.
can do.
Right.
But
But
the
you see
eyes-
that halo was there to begin with. That's
Yeah, you're
nothing
right.
to do with my editing.
You're
I
right.
think, yeah, it's glow from the window. Because you even see here, there's like a little glow on the
You're right.
window
You're
from the
right.
cat. So,
But that would be questioned though in a
yes, I agree.
contest. That halo would be questioned.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
Yeah. I'd have to fuss with that a little bit. Maybe make the face a little bigger and be over that area, but I don't know. Anyhow, that one needs a little work, Nancy, but I think it's worth it. Oh, I forgot to delete that one. Don't save. Okay, hold on. Photo bin. Oh, that's cute.
That's
Street photography in a Target.
Our favorite store.
Yeah, I would crop this a little bit. Let's just try moving a crop around. You see, it got rid of some of
Yeah.
that distracting stuff.
yeah.
And you can just make a square and then see what part you want to save. I would leave this blue. I actually like the blue. I don't need so much of the ceiling. I think that's a little better.
Is that a light or a tripod or a light?
This is
Yeah,
like
what is that?
it's a sign on end, like you're at the end of it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like this special sign over here. This is some other
Okay.
kind of sign that it's just there. I mean, if you cut all that out, it's going to be too narrow here. See, I'd like to cut that out, but
I'd like to too.
yeah, but I think it makes it
No,
too narrow. So
Too tight.
maybe
Yeah.
do
Better.
it that way.
And just remove that leg there of the sign or the post.
Yeah, you could take that out
Yeah.
with that.
Better.
Yeah. So
That added nothing. It was distracting, in fact.
yeah, so
Getting it. One more part there.
here you go.
That leg, that black leg coming
Yeah,
out.
same thing. I'm gonna make
Same
the
thing.
brush a little bit bigger.
It's gonna be much different now. Much different. Down a drop, you got it. See, this is tedious. Very slowly, small brush here now. Huge difference. Your subject becomes much more important now,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very easy. You can do all that, Nancy. That's just this Band-Aid tool. And you can't make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, you just hit undo and do it again.
Right.
Nancy, you see what Adrienne did? She removed a lot of unnecessary
Right.
subject matter, right? And now you see what you want to see. It's cute. It's a fun picture.
Yeah, street photography.
And red and blue, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, and definitely leave in some of this sign because the blue is it has value added because of the color.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just a field of color.
I was trying to figure out how to get rid of the label though.
Same thing. That same Band-Aid thing. See? You just again, it's just tedious. And the thing that I learned a long time ago is to make it bigger. And it's way easier when you
Mhm.
make it bigger
Yeah.
to get in there and do the work.
Try to dehaze this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that
And
in
you
a
have a
minute.
second, yeah. Nancy, this is yours.
Yes.
You should have taken the label off it in the store. I mean, come on.
Tried.
That's simple to do.
Yeah, I think it was stuck on.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you just
know,
have to
it's-
keep,
It was La Jolla, so I don't know if they allow you to do those things in San Diego.
so just work it, just you might have to do it 2 or 3 times because it's picking up colors from other things, but don't get
Right,
frustrated.
right.
See how it got better when I did it again?
Right.
So just, do little bits and stop and then do a little more. Yeah, see now it picked up this orange, so I have to go back over it again. Yeah, you just have to do it a lot. Let me go back to the regular size. Oh, here, fit screen. And we can dehaze it, see what that
Yeah.
does for the colors. So go to enhance,
They should
auto,
pop.
auto haze removal. Okay, I'm gonna do the other one because I can see it better.
Yes, yes.
There you go. And here you can put in a little more haze reduction and it'll look what it did to the colors.
Big difference. Yeah.
All right, so here we can see before and after. It's like a darker,
Mm-hmm.
richer color.
Yeah. See the difference? Yeah. And it's not overly done either.
Right. See what it's doing, Nancy? Compared, this
Right.
was your original.
Yeah.
Okay. So I definitely do those 2 things and then it looks great. And you could also, if you want to fool with it, let me just show you one more thing. We're going to keep this. And if I go up to filters and artistic and try poster edges, look at that. Okay. And you don't have to hiding underneath here where the people are. Whoops. I'll put you on the bottom. It lets you see how intense you want it. So I could increase the intensity or I can decrease the intensity, decrease the posterization or increase it.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a fun picture. And I like what that did, the posterization. It's now not just a snapshot of a bunch of vegetables. It's a piece of art. And it also is more forgiving of where I remove that label. You see
Yes.
that area now, you're
Right.
not focusing in on that for my little mistakes. Barbara Maker uses this all the time in her images. When you look at some of her stuff, it just really adds a nice touch.
That's posterizing, right?
Posterizing. Posterizing does nicely something called inked edges, and they're all hiding under the filter. You go filter and then so you have to be in the advanced edits,
Mhm.
and you go to filter and you go to artistic, and that has all of these things in it. But I really love what it's doing to the these parts of the pumpkins. Nice, really nice. Okay, so that's another
Yeah.
really nice one, Nancy. Okay, cancel.
I like it a lot now.
Yeah, look at the difference. That's your
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you make that middle, which is black or almost black from that plant, green all the way, that part on the?
Yeah, if you keep fussing it or you use the clone stamp,
Yeah,
you could
I
definitely
don't like personally that,
brings your eye. It's like a white spot, but
me.
it's a black spot.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's so much more interesting the other way. The other way. Okay.
Certainly was. Yeah.
So, is that Johnny Depp?
I
Or
wish,
just-
because
yeah.
he was at the fair. As I was walking out, literally walking around because I lost my car.
Oh God. Okay. Also, like there's a lot of stuff here that I don't think is necessary. Hold on. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger. All right, so let me just try cropping it.
Mm-hmm. Getting there.
Oh, look at that. It's weird. I mean, this stuff over here makes you know that it's the fair, so you might want to leave a little of that. Or you could do like a really radical crop and just do him.
See how prominent he is right now?
Yeah. kinda
Yep.
like
And that's what you wanted.
Right. And I'm also going to make him a little bit brighter.
Correct.
And I'm going to try the haze thingy again.
Correct. You're so smart, Adrian. You are so smart.
Look at that.
I have a question, not about, I like that.
Yeah.
I have a question, not about this though. I was away this past few
Nice.
days.
Mhm.
And they grew pictures and they wanted to make sure all the shoes were showing. Is that normal? I was just,
Say that again.
they took a group picture and the woman
Right.
that was taking the picture said, I want to make sure everyone's shoes are showing the first row.
Oh, I don't. It depends on the pic, on how the whole picture is and whether you need that, or if you cut off
Right.
everybody at the ankles, it could look weird.
It was
So,
just, I mean, I didn't care one way or the other. It was, you can see it, it's on Facebook.
okay.
I like this. I like this, Adrian.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that better.
I really do.
Okay.
Really nice.
So what I did was I cropped it. I came in tighter on his upper body. You don't need his whole body. I took away the thing on the right side, which I said I really wanted to keep because it tells you it was the fair, but I think I like it better without that.
Yeah.
And then the haze
Agreed.
reduction. Look at the difference.
Huge.
Like this is just flat. And that's way more dynamic. The colors, look at the sky before and after.
I would get rid of the palm tree growing out of his ear.
Yeah, right here. And
No,
this
the
one.
other
On
one.
both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could
but
fool with
both
that. And this stripe as per art, I noticed that right away. Those are all in this wet spot on the concrete, all easy fixes with the healing thing. Okay, so make it a little bigger so you can work on it, and then try the healing brush and see how it goes.
How about grabbing just him and putting him against that sunset that you had before?
Two different people, but okay.
Okay, so I like that. That needs some work, but that's a good one. And she's the last one, this lady.
No.
Any comments? I'm going to make it black and white for a change.
I have a phone call. 1 sec.
Okay. What do you think about black and white versus color?
I think personally like the black and white.
Yeah,
better.
I think that's better. It's also not straight. And I know it's hard to deal with that, but it needs to be a little straighter. Image, rotate, custom. Let's try 2. I think I went too far. I think it needs to be 1. Rotate, custom. Yeah. Okay. So I personally think it's more interesting in black and white. I like the diminishing perspective of the tracks and this really dark, whatever it is, looks like a bridge sticking
Yes.
up there. This is all interesting. I don't know if this is interesting, but I like the tracks and I wouldn't want to crop off more of that. So I don't know. What do you think? Harvey, did Harvey come back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Am I back? I'm back. Maybe,
Back-
maybe dehaze a little bit too.
Let's see
What
what
do you-
happens.
I love that tool, the dehazing.
Yeah, see what it did? It made the blacks blacker.
Yep.
Here's your before. Look at the sky.
Oh, wow.
It's a
Yeah,
great tool.
Much better.
So simple.
yeah.
I use it in Lightroom. It's terrific. Nice.
There's your picture.
Yep. The sky's a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know whether it would be, if you, I like the square also. So maybe take this crane out. You could leave the
Sure.
building.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just do that.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Photo bin. I don't know who Darlene Davis is, so she can talk all she wants. Okay. Oh. Now that's interesting. Where's that?
Very interesting.
That was in Los Angeles. We thought we were seeing Christmas lights and they
Right.
were just different lights like this all
What
over.
did what did you do to it?
Nothing.
Really?
It's just
They're very
nighttime
cute.
and it's a reflection.
It's a reflection. Yeah, it's water and it's reflection.
Color's great.
I like
Great.
this. I wouldn't do anything to it.
I wouldn't touch it.
Square shape.
Wouldn't touch it.
Any other comments?
See the dark foliage around the purple makes it stand out. I would not make it greener or lighter. Leave
Yeah.
leave the foliage as is. It's very interesting. Nice catch. Very nice.
Yep.
Nothing to do. Nothing to do.
Okay.
Right?
And the last one, the lady finally gets her. Of all your
That's-
pictures, I don't like this as much as the other ones.
Okay.
Very
I saw-
busy. Go
I
ahead, I'm
saw
sorry.
this. Yeah, it's busy. I saw this. And those umbrellas were even more vibrant than they are here.
Oh.
They were.
There you
I
go.
know, I know that for a fact, yeah.
You
I
could
don't-
probably blur the background.
Yeah.
There's a lot, there's too much going on here. The umbrella is really the important part of the picture. I saw this. It was this too much.
This is the jazz, that jazz thing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
This
the
would need
tree-
a lot. Yeah, you'd need to do, you'd have to blur the
Yep.
background. You'd have to
Get rid of the-
really, really intricately
It's-
blur the
it is-
background.
Whether I do what you're telling me, I appreciate it due to time. I am gonna
Right.
try, and it's all a learning experience, so I'm
Right.
all for it.
Yeah, this one would take you a long time. So, it's the kind of picture that I wouldn't work on. It
Okay.
just is too much effort.
Agreed,
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay. That's the last one.
You did very nicely. You really did.
Harvey, Adrian, thank you. It's a
Okay.
learning
Thank you,
process.
everybody.
Good.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you so much. I'm not
any-
sure I'll be able to do the things you showed, but
Well,
I'll try.
neither am I. Adrian, just to change the subject, have we heard anything from Susan? About food?
Oh, yes, I
you.
did get something. I will get back to you. I
Okay.
have it.
All right.
She asked me this morning if I got it. I got it.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you all.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Take care. Be well.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.